today we're at the Infinity stand in Milan Design Week, and I'm so honored to be here. It's such an incredible experience to be here with Scape and Infinity, and it's just a very surreal feeling. When designing, you always start with the layout. So the flow, especially with commercial places, we look at the plan, we look at the space, and we have to make sure that everything flows. From there, we look at our mood board. So we look at products, we look at materials, what works together, what mood we want to evoke in the space. And that's kind of where our starting point is. I'm very involved in the finishing process, and this is what's amazing about Infinity, if I can just say this. The fact that you get a 6mm and a 12mm, so obviously they all look like marble, they're engineered stone. And so if you want to do a marble floor and then you want to run marble up on the walls, it's great to be able to match the real marble to the engineered marble. And that 6mm allows you to do, you can have a marble floor and then it can run up onto the vanity, and you can use your 6mm on a vanity count, and everything looks integrated, everything looks thought of. And I think that's what also is an amazing design element, when everything's built in and looks like it was made for the space as opposed to just throwing things into the space. So the engineered is great for a kitchen, because if you're wanting to cook, if you have kids, when things get messy, it's not porous and it doesn't scratch. So I love using an engineered surface in the kitchen, especially in your home or the bathroom. I love starting with the floors and the walls, because I think even myself as an interior designer, I can get quite overwhelmed with like what look to go for, and there's so many different options. So the floor is always a great place to start because you see most of it. So the surface trends that I'm seeing a lot of are beautiful hand-honed tiles. I'm seeing so many tiles everywhere, even on kitchen counters, and a lot of marbles that are the darker, moodier. I think people are kind of edging away from the lights and the neutral, and they're going for something that has a little bit more soul, something that's a little bit darker, lots of movements, which is great. So like the violas and the darker travertines, I'm seeing a lot of that, and I'm so here for it. I love it. I think to me what makes great design is when you really stick to what you like. You don't stick to any trends. Trends don't really influence you. You really know who you are, and again, just a home or a space that is such a reflection of you and your personality, I think that is great design, whether I like it or not. But it's that feeling that you get. My favorite space to design is either a living room or a study. I love a living room because I think that everyone says that the kitchen is the heart of the home. I think it's the living room, and when you can combine the two and have a full plan, I think that's great. And then the study is always nice because I think you can get really moody and create an atmosphere in a study, which I really love. We love working specifically with oak and travertine. I think that is just a beautiful base for any design, and I think we gravitate towards it because it's soft, it's a little bit masculine, but very contemporary at the same time, and the wood just makes it a lot more warm. When you're mixing marbles and wood, you don't get this clinical cold feeling. So that's the materials that we really love working with. I think global trend, heading towards more the darker, the moodier, the more soulful, and a lot of colorful too, actually. Like instead of just your plain marbles, having a viola that has a pop of purple and a pop of red, I think that's also really fun. As a young interior designer, my advice to them would be decide what you want to stand out as. Do you want to be a designer that anybody can walk into the space and go, oh, so-and-so did this? Or do you want to be a little bit more versatile in the space of you can take on any design project and make it completely unique and completely different while still having that thread? So maybe you need to decide what that thread is that links all those different projects together. Or everything could be, you could have a really strong identity where somebody just knows that this is what you've done.
In this show, we are introducing a new collection called Arkèon. Arkèon is a word coming from Greece and actually means origin of matter and form. And during this show, we are actually launching and presenting this new collection with three different concepts. One is fossil, another is plaster, and the third one is sandstone. We are trying to follow the trend of quiet luxury. Our, let's say, vision more, let's say, elegant and minimalistic rather than be only colors. This collection, Arkèon, is in collaboration with a famous designer and architect that is Giuseppe Bavoso. Developed something new, something that was following the trend of in a way of the luxury surfaces. We are replicating and creating a very luxury environment. We are doing many facade projects all over the world, from Korea to the US to Italy, because using this material for facade is definitely a good solution, because first of all, these are a durable material. Can stay on a facade, I can say forever. It does change color, it does absorb, and this is the problem you have when you have natural material that are beautiful, but you have to face the issue of the natural material. I love a row that is with these vertical lines, makes the surface very elegant and very fancy. That's what we are. What is amazing is that nowadays we are all over the world and we are doing a great collaboration in South Africa. That is amazing. Well, we are proud of being South Africa.